All right, welcome everybody to the Three Chooches Podcast. You might be wondering, why are there four Chooches? Well, we got a guest today. My name is Wesley.
I'm Xander.
I am Josh.
And our guest Chooch is
Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo.
Welcome,
yes.
Joe Schmo.
Welcome, Joe.
We also got someone in the producer's booth. Would you like to introduce
Dawsonheimer.
yourself?
Hi, everybody.
That's Dawsonheimers.
His name is the Dawsonheimer. So,
Yeah, he lives in the Heimer house.
Yeah. So with that, Xander is going to do a little hidden schmidden for us.
All right, I'll explain what hidden spin is, and when I do it, y'all can take off your headphones, and I'll whisper into I'll whisper into the mic.
Okay.
So each podcast, one of us will do a hidden schmidden. I hope you guys like the titles of the segments as well. We worked really hard on them, and some of them rhyme.
A lot of upgradeds.
Yeah, upgrades. People, we need upgrades.
They'll pay their dividends. They will.
So hidden schmidden, one of us will find just an obscure weird word to, like, throughout the podcast, just forcefully put in and say, hopefully without the other chooches realizing. And at the end of the podcast, if they figured out what the word was, they will let me know, and they win. Let's see if they can beat me.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me pull it up because it's a hard word. All right. The hidden schmidden word is limerence. 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 All right.
I swear you just said like 5 words.
Yeah, this is like a hidden phrase.
No, I spelled the word in case if they couldn't hear me. So.
Okay.
Xander got a hidden essay.
All right. Well, with that, let's move on to the word of the day. And today's word of the day is schmuck or schmo. This is what we routinely refer to Joe as.
Yeah.
His real name is Joe, actually. But
Actually, it's Joseph Richard Pollock.
That's my government name.
Yeah.
That's my government name.
Yep.
Yes.
But
Just exposed.
we have another Joe. He actually lives with us. So, and we knew him first. So I forcefully dubbed and made other people do it. His name Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
And sometimes I also refer to him as a schmuck.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's endearing.
Yeah, it is endearing. To an outsider's view, you might think I'm calling him a schmuck. But,
Oh yeah. No, but far from it.
Yeah.
Far from it.
But I will say, if I was frustrated with Schmo, I'm more likely to call him schmuck.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that. Yeah.
How does it? What could you walk us through what it feels like being called Schmo and schmuck?
So I'll be honest. It helped when you first called me schmuck. Because you quickly followed it with schmuckleton. So like I could tell that it was more than just you calling me a schmuck. Which essentially that's like calling me a fool. Like and you would never do that.
Right.
You would never.
Never.
Too much respect. And so definitely I understand that schmuck is just short for schmuckleton, which is a term of endearment.
It's an abbreviation.
Even
Yeah.
Schmuckle. Like I
Even
love
Schmuckle.
Schmuckle a lot.
It makes me feel like like a Lord of the Rings character.
Yes.
No, you sound like I don't know, like Christmas season is coming around. Like it sounds like an elf's name,
Oh
Schmuckle.
yeah. Oh yeah.
you know?
Schmuckle. Yeah,
Dude.
I can see that.
Or like I'll just do a
Schmuckle, it's like
Schmuckle.
Santa's right hand man. Schmuckle.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Definitely
I'm
Christmas
I'm
Carol
down with that.
vibes.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. That's good.
Oh man. Alrighty.
Like,
Alrighty.
I could see Schmuckle being a character in like Tim Allen the Santa Claus.
Yes,
like,
for sure.
He's there.
What would Schmuckle at all ever
Well-
be the villain? It is I,
Maybe.
Schmuckle.
Maybe.
It's
And I
definitely
am
like
going to steal Christmas.
No, and
you can only imagine Danny DeVito playing him.
Oh, only ever like a really short man
no,
who's like
absolutely
mean.
and balding, and like they are absolutely
yeah.
balding.
Yeah, dude, Schmuckle does not have hair. He is bald.
Well, I'm gonna reverse this question. I want to know, how did you decide? Like the Joe Schmo, I get it rhymes, it's fun, it's clever. How did you evolve that to schmuck and then schmuckleton? Like what was going through your brain?
Good question. Well, for me, I kind of do this with everything. Whenever I have a nickname, I'll just say it so much, then I'll like throw like slight alterations on it. Me and Josh do this a lot. That's kind of how we get most of our stupid words, like Dawsonheimer and Chooch,
Dawsonheimer. Yeah.
Choocher and Choochie. So Sorry, outside noise. And anyway, I just like, well, Schmuck, and then Schmuck LinkedIn. Just one after the other.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah, I think it's quality.
Yeah,
It's a good name. It's a good name.
It is.
A lot of heart and thought.
It is. And actually, I'll tell you this now too. It's crazy, and I don't know how they figured it out. All the kids so I'm a youth pastor.
No way.
So my youth don't call me it. All the children in the children's ministry call me Joe Schmo. And
And did they know?
That's crazy.
Did they
I
come
don't
up with it on their own?
I have no idea. And they've shortened it to Schmo. Like, the children will run up to me and be like, Schmo, Schmo,
crazy.
Schmo. It's insane. It is. And, like, it was almost a thing.
When all the
that-
children run up to you, which happens all the time.
I mean, yeah. I'm the youth pastor, I'm cool. I'm like the cool guy in the church. I'm also the humble one, too.
You're the pastor.
You're the Schmo of the church.
But yeah, no, they run up to me and call me Schmo. And, like, I almost texted you about that the other day. I was like, okay, so how did you go about getting these children to call me Schmo?
It's incredible.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
just
is.
like,
It's awesome.
yeah, pretty coin to your name. Like, you are Schmo.
Yeah, honestly, I think Schmo more accurately represents you as a person than Joe.
Yeah.
I
mean, almost, yeah.
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 So like after seminary, which you could go into that a bit little too, because I know that you're going to seminary soon. But,
Yeah.
You'll be Pastor Schmuck or Schmo.
Or Reverend.
Schmuckleton.
Or
Reverend Schmo.
Reverend
Schmo.
Schmuckleton.
I mean, honestly, the possibilities
Dude,
are endless.
if you're writing a book, you're selling way more books if it says Reverend Schmuck over Reverend Joe. People are going to be Reverend Joe and be like, oh,
No, that's
probably
true.
his first book.
No, that's true. And I think that like opens up an avenue for me to have like a very unique and distinct identity as like an author.
Yeah.
Or like a
Your pen name.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Dude, that's
I
good.
like it.
Like Dr. Seuss.
Right under a pseudonym. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. Well, now, next segment, first segment time this has ever been introduced. We're going to have 4 sports updates. I will give you a UGA football update. Xander will give a Falcons update next. Then Josh will give a Bills update. And then Joe Schmo or Schmucklington will give us a Hawks update. We're going to all shoot for a minute on this. So it should be a 4-minute segment total.
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Yeah. Mine's going to be like 2 minutes, but he said I'm
It's
going to
okay.
guess, so it's okay. It's okay.
I have
All
no
right.
idea how long mine will be, but we'll see.
Yeah, 'cause Josh didn't prepare at all. So
Hey, sometimes you just got to go for it.
He's got a lot of flim flam written down,
When you know the Bills as good as you do, you just got to go for it.
Okay, all right.
Nice. Let's jump into the Atlanta Hawks update.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped. We're only 15 games into the season, but there are several early takeaways that we can gain from the Atlanta Hawks. It's been a mixture of emotions with strong results such as 2 convincing wins against former league MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo and his Milwaukee Bucks, but also several alarming losses such as the blowout loss against the current leaders of the East, the Boston Celtics, and a disappointing 15-point loss to the 4-12 Hornets. The Hawks have been experiencing early struggles from behind the three-point line this season, ranking last in the league in three-pointers made and 28th in three-point percentage. But the Hawks have been the best team in the league at protecting the ball with only 12 turnovers per game and are asserting their dominance on the glass, coming in at 5th in the league and rebounding with almost 46 rebounds per game. And out of all these factors, the biggest difference for the Atlanta Hawks this season, it's been DeJounte Murray. The Hawks acquired him from the Spurs back in the offseason, and he's provided a much-needed spark on defense. Murray is currently averaging 2 steals a game, along with 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. His production has been much needed as Trae Young has been experiencing career lows in both field goal percentage and three-point percentage this season. But even with that drop in his shooting efficiency, Trae still ranks 10th in the league in points per game and 3rd in the league in assists, making him one of the greatest offensive weapons in the NBA today. So all this being said, despite so many highs and lows early on in the season, the Hawks are sitting in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference and 1st in their division with a 9-6 record. And keep in mind, this roster has only had these rotations for 15 games. And so chemistry, it's going to continue to build as the season goes on. And I would expect as the Hawks take on the Toronto Raptors this Saturday that they'll get back to their winning ways and claim their 10th victory of the season.
Well said.
Wow.
Man.
I'm
Schmo's
surprised
limerence
the,
for DeJounte Murray is high. I see that you have it on.
Oh, dude, yeah. I have DeJounte
Fantasy
Murray,
team
and
too.
I have Trae and DeJounte in fantasy. Yeah, which is honestly not a thing you're supposed to do as a fantasy owner, having 2 guards from the same team.
But it's sick.
But they're filthy. And and fun fact, this is like the first or the second time in over 20 years that the Hawks have had 2 players averaging 20 points or more, like on their roster. So having 2 players doing it on the same roster.
That is crazy.
And the first time, maybe in the history of the Atlanta Hawks, that it's been both of their backcourt starters. So it's an insane backcourt so far this season. It's been fun.
Good time to be a Hawks fan.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That is exciting.
Sounds cool.
Definitely get a lot of people like me. I'm not into basketball that much, but it definitely like entices me to watch basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that update makes me want to become an NBA fan.
No, I'm telling you, it's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
I think Joe Schmo gets the award for the best update.
Yeah,
That was
those were
great.
good.
Put a lot of
Thank
time
you.
into
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Um,
Lost sleep.
All right, and those were our updates. I hope you enjoyed. Now we will be moving on to morning roast. So as we said,
I'm so excited.
Zeta, do you want to give a very quick update on how that works, just for any new listeners?
Yeah,
Very,
so
very
morning
quick.
roast, very quick update. Basically, we each have chosen a person, fictional or not, and we will be roasting them. What we mean by roasting them, we will give them, we will roast them a light roast, medium roast, or dark roast. Dark roast being the side of like, oh, I cannot hang out with this person. I'm not inviting this person into my home. I'm scared of this person. Please help me. To light roast being like, oh, like I want to have dinner with this person. This person's very chill. And like medium roast would just be like, I don't really know. Like, let's just, let's test the waters. Like, let's hang out with this person a bit more to see like what their true intentions are. So, yeah. Who would like to go first in the morning roast? I'm very excited about mine.
All right, Zena,
Go for
start
it,
us
Zena.
off.
Alrighty. So, backstory. At the house, me and my roommates, we've been getting very into Transformers for some reason. Our limerence for it has been increasing subtly, and so I would like to roast Bumblebee.
Okay, no, that's good.
Yes. So yeah. I want to hear what y'all would think for like. What would y'all roast Bumblebee?
Dude, 100% a light roast.
Okay.
And he is the most lovable Transformer in my opinion. Yeah, maybe the whole he can only talk through music thing that might be a little annoying. But I mean, honestly, he brings the vibes. He brings the good energy. I love him.
At the same time, though, like if he just gets too excited, he'll just destroy your entire backyard.
Oh, actually, wait, am I inviting him into my home?
Well,
I mean, wherever you're with him, if
I
he's
mean, that's true.
transformed, he is.
he doesn't have to be in your home, but like this is a person.
Here's the thing: like if you hang out with this guy, you're either only using him as a car, which then we're just talking about a car,
Okay,
or which is a good car,
but a transient car.
Yeah.
a great car.
Like-
But as soon as he transforms, he's either damaging something, or like the cops are being called, or whatever. What's the Nest? Is that the agency? Is coming to like
No,
take you.
this
And,
is
like-
why you get insurance, though. Like you get insurance for moments like this.
That leads us to our sponsor.
State Farm. No, I'm sorry. But if State Farm wants to, these guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would for myself. I definitely roast him a light roast.
Come on.
Reminds me of a lot of our own Dawsonheimer, who's only able to communicate through different mediums
Or sound bites.
See, it's like I'm hanging out with Bumblebee right now. Like I'm having a great time.
The
so-
Dawsonheimer is the honorary Bumblebee.
And like, I mean, the point of just being able to, like, if you're with him, like, you've got wheels, bro. Like, you can just
That's
go
facts.
anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Literally.
he's like the guy to have, and bro, he'll protect you. He's like your personal
Also,
bodyguard.
do you know how much money you're saving on gas? By
Oh
having
my,
him?
dude, does he use gas?
Oh,
Yeah,
they don't
no,
use
but he doesn't-
Transformers. Don't use gas.
No, that would be incredibly unfortunate.
Have you ever
for them.
seen Optimus Prime?
Food or like
Yeah.
He's
Like,
never gone
what
on
if
a
he's
quick trip
hungry?
in my life in his life, dude.
No, I don't think they.
BP, no.
Have you ever seen a
imagine if
Transformer
they had
eat?
to though.
Like, have you ever seen a Transformer eat anything?
But they're aliens, don't they have?
They're robots.
Well, let's
bro.
move on. Let's not look more.
Okay.
Bro, I'll give Bumblebee light roast just because of that.
Yeah.
You know, like I may be taking advantage of him because of this, but
No,
I
that's
save
okay.
so much money hanging out with this.
That's
guy.
okay.
I
Like we're saving money right now on a producer. I mean, what are we paying
Come on,
Dawson right now?
Dawsonheimer.
Bro, I'm a poor college student and need it.
He's happy to be here.
He's happy. He's so happy.
He's just happy.
All right, who's next?
Can I please go next?
Yes,
Yes,
go.
you can.
Please. I have not been able to contain this. Okay, so in honor of Thanksgiving, the person that I will be roasting is the mayor Turkey Lurkey from Disney's animated feature film Chicken Little. So if you guys can recall, the Turkey mayor Turkey Lurkey from Chicken Little. Before I give mine, I'm gonna do the same thing Xander did. I want to know what you guys would roast good old Turkey Lurkey.
I see the picture coming. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah, no.
peeking out.
If
Like,
you
let's
guys
see a
need,
picture.
a reference, there he is, right there.
Okay.
There he
oh
is.
man.
Wow.
Bro,
there he is.
the gears of my memory are turning hard
know.
right now. I'm trying to think.
I have very strong opinions about him.
All I know of Turkey Lurkey and Chicken Little is the sky is falling and that he played baseball or something like that.
No, that's pretty much the plot. That's the entire
yeah.
plot.
I mean, I've heard it's probably one of the worst animated movies of all
No,
time.
I love it. No,
Oh,
that's a
yeah,
hot take,
no,
bro.
that is a hot
That was like
take.
my childhood.
Wow.
I would rate. I think that's a medium roast for me because like here's
medium
the thing,
roast.
like
Okay,
if you
okay.
just think of turkeys like. Well, I feel like they only gobble. Like I know, like Turkey Lurkey in this sense,
Yeah,
he's able to talk, but like I'm sure he still gobbles, you know. Like, and I don't know, like turkeys to me, like they're just pretty annoying. Like,
No, that's true.
you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Here's my thought. Like when I think of what a turkey sounds like,
Yeah.
I think they sound like this.
No, that's
And, like-
that's kind of accurate.
And that's
For
like-
his voice.
And you know, I would get annoyed talking to that person.
Hmm.
You know, and they don't have hands, so it's like I can't like throw the football with them or like
Yeah.
you know.
You can't even
doing
dap
all these
him up.
Thanksgiving
Yeah,
You
activities.
can't even dap him up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like and then you know, I mean,
Look, you can't even play the like turkey bowl with Mr. Turkey.
yeah, that's and
That's
like
like an essential part of things.
Yeah.
I think I would spend so much time looking at his gizzard that it would be like disrespectful.
You'd be like,
You
my
know,
eyes are up here, buddy.
And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, there's a weird old thing hanging from your
I'm gonna be
nose.
honest. Like, I'm a fidgeter, and I would be very tempted to fidget with this gizzard.
No.
Yeah, no, he would definitely take offense to that. He would definitely take offense. So,
Like, just be hanging there, just be like, bro, I'm so
okay.
Would you eat turkey
freaking
lurkey?
gizzard.
Would
Like,
you
if
eat turkey lurkey?
Bro,
I
if
mean,
it's
not-
Thanksgiving and like you two are just chilling.
If he can talk, I'm not eating him.
It feels wrong.
What are you doing?
Wrong,
Like,
bro. It feels wrong.
And also, that's probably a rule for life in general for me
yeah,
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's got that top hat, so it makes it pretty sophisticated. It makes you like,
Yeah.
he gives the appearance that he's above the other turkeys, and therefore
Oh,
he
yeah.
can't get you.
But once a turkey, always a turkey.
Like, he's elite.
I'm
Dawson
gonna put that on a T-shirt.
Dawsonheimer, what's your light roast or dark roast for turkey lurkey?
Oh. Okay. Well, I agree with Dawsonheimer. I think he is a hard dark roast.
yeah,
Whoa.
dark roast for sure.
And I didn't know I had these deep, like, this hatred for him
crazy.
until I was, like, brooding on this at 2 a.m. last night. Because that's when I decided. Okay, so let's just look at, like, if I'm hanging out with him, the things we're talking about from the movie, the only thing we know that he likes is pennies and Tic Tacs. Like, the guy is boring. I made a note that he has the personality of a soggy napkin. And I stand by that statement. And then, not only that, okay, then looking at his dislikes. Literally, his dislikes is just Chicken Little. Like, he's a certified hater, and he stands for Chicken Little slander, and I can't have that in my household. Like, and think about it. Like, you brought up the baseball game, right? So, homeboy, like, Chicken Little hits an inside the park home run and shows off his athleticism and speed. And an inside the park home run wasn't easy enough, so he ran to third first, and then he ran around the bases and scored. And then, like, he tells the truth, the sky is falling. And then here we have Mayor Turkey Lurkey being a certified hater, and I can't have that in my house.
You know,
I
yeah,
can't.
I agree. I'm gonna have to give a dark roast because, like, when you're watching the movie, aren't we supposed to picture ourselves in the role of Chicken Little?
Oh, yeah,
You know, so that means he just hates us as well.
he does.
So a dark roast for me.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Xander,
Very
have
affirm.
you all roasted?
Oh,
him yet?
I said medium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's see. What's your roast?
I'm gonna go with a dark roast.
All right.
I wouldn't want to spend any time with him.
What, so you want to go or do you want me to go?
You got it.
All right. So this is a little bit of throwback to Cartoon Network, but I'm gonna be roasting Courage, the Cowardly
Ooh,
Dog.
that's good.
So let me give my take for him because
Okay.
I wanted to pick someone I genuinely did not know what I would roast, and I want to hear what y'all think. But here what we know from Courage is he loves his family. He loves Muriel. He loves them, and he'd protect them with all of his life. he's super chill. He's really enjoyable to be around, you know, and you just got to feel for him. Like, he lost his parents at a young age, and he's really faithful to his adopted parents. So those are the positives. But, you know, there's always really weird, creepy stuff happening when Courage is around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really weird stuff. Like, so, like, is the cost of the creepy stuff happening when you're hanging out with Courage, like, overweigh, like, Courage's character and his courage, you know?
I mean, it was scary to watch, and I can't imagine experiencing what he experienced.
Yeah.
So I think it would be awful.
You know, I wrote that down too. Like, as a kid, I couldn't watch it, but I still, like, forced myself to watch it. I don't know, because, I mean, Courage's strength in his character, I mean, these crazy stuff happens, but Courage is always defending Mary. He's, like, going out of his way to save them. You know, he'll do anything to save his family. So if we're in that sense, we know he'd do anything to save us as well.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put myself into harm's way for Courage. Not hating on him. For me, it's a dark roast. I can't fool with that. Can't fool with it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Dark roast for me for sure.
Dark roast.
Like,
It's a dark
without
roast.
a question.
Nothing against him personally. He just brings awful things with him. It's his baggage, honestly.
Well,
that's what it is.
I heard that the awful things actually only happen in the middle of nowhere. So if we're, like, in a populated place, I think it'd be all right.
I don't know if I can take that risk. It's still a risk.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if you're hanging out with him, you just kind of take the wrong road, then all these creepy, like, things start showing up. It's like, oh, shoot.
I would have to do my research. I'm going to stick with dark roast for now, though.
Also, it just occurred to me that the title "Courage the Cowardly Dog" is like,
Yeah, it's a play
It's
on word.
courage and
Yeah.
cowardly in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dawsonheimer?
Incredible.
Light dark roast for Courage.
Yeah, let's go.
light roast. Bro,
I appreciate
Dawsonheimer's a
Dawsonheimer.
masochist.
Yeah. I still don't know. I'm gonna give him a medium roast because I think he's still a great dog.
Man, okay.
All right, Wesley.
All right, so my roast is kind of a slam dunk. I'm gonna go with Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, come on.
And
I had a feeling.
to me, he is pretty much. I mean, he's not flawless, right? You know, he's got a bit of an obsession with a life tearing away ring, but
Yeah.
like you take that away, and you could eat breakfast twice a day. You know,
Yeah.
just hang out in a hobbit hole,
Not wear shoes.
not wear shoes, dude. I mean, I would do because I don't have hobbit feet, but Josh wouldn't. But I think it'd be a pretty enjoyable time. And yeah, what are y'all's thoughts?
I mean, honestly, we all have character flaws, right? And so if his is a ring that like makes him act like
A demon.
a demon, I mean, that's okay. We all have things that will not necessarily act like demons, but we have our things.
Preach, Pastor Schmo.
And
Preach.
so yeah, I would say Bilbo has to be a light roast. He has to be.
You know, what if Bilbo just gets, like, we're hanging out and he just gets tired of us? He's like, all right, I'm ready to dip. It just puts on his ring and just, there it goes. Like, all right, sick.
That's facts.
No, that is true.
I think Bilbo lacks accountability. Like if we were there, you know, like some godly Christian men like providing accountability and fellowship with him, like I think he would like idolize the ring less and like maybe even like, you know, destroy it or just get rid of it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
Gandalf did convince him to give up the ring.
Yeah, that is true. And that was true fellowship between the two, you know?
But here's
So-
the other thing is that because Bilbo had the ring for so long, all the bad guys think he has the ring. So he had to be like stay in a safe place his whole life. Otherwise he would have gotten like killed.
Yeah.
So if I'm hanging out with him, do I got like the black riders on my tail?
Hey, bro, he better be sharing that ring if I'm hanging out with him.
But if you read the book, like, the town doesn't like him very much. If
Yeah,
you read
that's
it,
true.
They just don't like him. I don't know if they're envious of him because he has lived so long and hasn't really aged. It often says that he's a pretty strange guy in the book.
Yeah.
So but it doesn't really provide much context.
Here's another thing: he is supremely wealthy.
Yeah.
Like his mithril coat, that's worth the whole Shire. That's what it said in the book.
See,
So,
and
bro,
for those reasons alone,
we can go clubbing, bro.
He's rich, and most people don't like rich people. If he likes me, that's all that matters.
He's got an all-powerful ring.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
yeah. Yeah,
Dude,
no,
maybe if
absolutely.
like we're thinking about it, we could maybe try and use the ring and take over the world.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah,
That's an option.
Medium roast for me, and I think we should go on to the next segment. So we,
Okay.
Yeah, I would
y'all
give it
say?
a light roast.
Light roast.
Dawsonheimer, real quick. What do you think?
Man.
He whenever we zig, he zags.
Yeah.
Bro, Dawson was the type of guy to say that like Frodo's his favorite character.
Or he's got no
Well,
limit. for Frodo.
honestly, he's kind of like a hipster. That's what it is. Like they go against the grain. He can't be into the mainstream stuff, and I respect that, Dawsonheimer.
All right, how do we move on?
All right, next segment is Mystery Man.
Alrighty.
Previously dubbed Guess the NFL Player. Now it's better named Mystery Man. And Xander will be the one giving the hints.
Yes. So it's funny because right when we got to this building, the CMII Center, I realized I haven't done the Mystery Man yet. So I was like, all right, well, I have an idea. But I don't think any of our audience would know this person, so I'll save that person for another time. I'll share who he was just in case, but I'll do this one person who I think will be better. And Dawsonheimer actually helped me with this. Think of this person, so I appreciate you. Schmo,
shout out
you
Dawsonheimer.
didn't see my screen, did you? At any
No.
point?
No.
All right,
No.
because I was doing some information on him really quick.
No.
before.
When I leaned over to your computer, I wasn't snooping. I was coughing very quietly.
All right.
Yes, behind the
Professional.
scenes. That's behind the scenes. It's courtesy.
I appreciate you. All right, so can I get a drum roll for the first hint, Doss?
Come on, Dawson Hammer.
All right, man,
Yes, sir.
you get paid, brother. All right, first hint on this person. His real name is Abel.
What?
His first name,
Can,
his
can
real
you
name,
can you spell that?
Abel, Abel.
Can you use that in a sentence?
At first he said that. I thought he was saying his first name is a type of bell.
No,
I was like,
no, Abel.
It's
Abel Tesfaye.
Spell
That's
it.
his name. Abel Tesfaye. Tesfaye is his last name.
We need a spelling one more time.
Oh my goodness.
Abel. Abel Tesfaye.
Not Abel.
And this is not an athlete. This is not an athlete.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Dude,
My other
that's-
person I was gonna do was an athlete, but I decided not to.
I'm gonna what if it's someone who has a a stage name, like a
that's what I'm thinking.
yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
so like Beyonce, but I really don't think it's her. I'm just using her as an example.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That actually just turned some gears in my head.
Okay.
All right.
Would you want some more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how many guesses do we all have?
Yeah.
Two?
I'd say
I don't know.
no. I think you each have one.
Oh, okay. No,
And at the
that's good.
end, because I think this person's
First
it'll
person to
get
guess it
fairly
correctly is
easier.
right.
It'll get fairly easier. Yes, first person to guess it correctly.
You guess wrong, you're out.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I don't think you guys will get it here, but I think this could help. So this person, he is very famous. Here are some of his awards. Well, there you go. Here are some of their awards that they've achieved. They have 6 American Music Awards, 20 Billboard Music Awards, 4 Grammys, 4 Guinness World Records, and 17 Juno Awards.
That's
Juno
insane.
Awards?
Juno Awards, yes. Do you know what that is?
No.
I don't know either. Let me
This is
see.
a decorated dude.
Very well accomplished.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I definitely can't guess yet.
He's 4
Any
Guinness
ideas
World
of
Records.
what kind of person this
so
might be?
here's the
Well,
thing.
he's
like
probably
profession.
a musician, but there's also a lot of actors that are also musicians.
I
So-
don't know what the Juno Awards are. However, I just feel like as I'm getting energy off of Xander, I feel like he's got to be some kind of rap artist. That's what I'm
Okay.
feeling.
I think knowing what the Juno Awards might help. Want me to read what it
Yeah,
says?
yeah.
These are awards presented annually to Canadian musical artists and bands to acknowledge.
Acknowledge their artistic
Oh.
and technical achievement.
Okay,
Bro, okay.
I think I got a guess.
Okay, what's your guess?
I mean,
If you get it wrong, you're out.
I feel like if
have
I
my
guess somebody,
I have my guess.
I feel like we're
gonna
gonna
guess
guess team
first?
here because
I
if we
don't-
guess, we could
I
eliminate
don't,
two
I don't,
people
I don't
right
think y'all will get it right here.
You know what, this
wait?
is
Or Josh, let me hear you.
here. Should we wait? I don't know.
I'm gonna wait on mine. I'm gonna wait on mine.
I don't know. Mine could be really bad. Guess.
You know what? Just keep going. Just keep
Yeah,
going.
one more.
Give us one more. One more.
Alrighty. Let me see here.
Well, I'm gonna sacrifice myself and guess.
Okay. Okay.
Because we're working
That's
together
very,
as a team,
That's very noble.
and I trust Joe Schmo's
Okay.
rap knowledge if it is
Okay.
rapper. So I'm gonna eliminate someone who's not a rapper. I'm gonna say Justin Bieber.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good guess, but no.
That wasn't my guess.
I'm eliminated.
All right.
But that's a really good guess.
I didn't guess him because I didn't think you would change your stage name to be Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber's name isn't Abel.
He's white.
All
Bro.
right. Next hint. He has performed at a Super Bowl halftime show.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Give me one more hint, and then I'm.
I think Schmo's gonna get this.
I do think I have it.
Oh, I thought I had
I do think I have it. Okay, give me one more.
All right. This one will kind of be a gimme, I think.
Okay.
Wait, I'm about to sneeze. I think.
Don't do it. Stop.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Wait, hold on. Let me double check to make sure I want to give this hint. Okay, well. He has dated supermodel Bella Hadid.
I don't even know who that
Selena.
is. Oh, I do know Selena. Oh, okay.
Wait,
yeah,
so Selena Gomez or like?
No, I got this. Buzzer beater. Last line. Like, this is our lifeline right here. It's The Weeknd.
It is The Weeknd.
Let's go, Schmo.
I had a
Come
feeling-
on. Thank you, Dawsonheimer. I'm your biggest fan.
And dude, Kendrick Lamar changing his name from Abel, like, I think that's his name. Like,
Let's go.
I thought y'all would maybe say Drake. Like, I was trying to like trick y'all into guessing Drake for like being Canadian. Were you gonna guess
I almost
Drake?
did. No, that was
That's
my
what I
guess,
thought you were gonna say, and
I was thinking Drake
I was
too.
pretty
No,
confident you
but-
weren't gonna say him.
But I didn't think Drake's name was Abel.
Bro, I don't know
Dude,
why I guessed
I
Justin Bieber.
totally
like,
could've got
changing your name from Abel to Justin is a downgrade.
All right, do you want to know like really quick speed run like the other mystery man I had?
Yeah.
All right, I'll speed run it. This is an NFL player. This is the first that I was gonna give. His mother is the dean at Truett McConnell University.
Yeah, I would have gotten that immediately.
Would you actually?
No, not
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Not at
What?
all.
All right. He went undrafted in 2016, but was picked up by the Ravens. But now he's
Mike
currently
Davis.
on another team.
Gus had, or
Cooper Cup.
wait, I know this. James Robinson. No. It's not Gus Edwards.
Let me give this hint.
Yeah.
He is ranked top 10 amongst other people in his position.
Wow. Mark Andrews? No, he was
No.
drafted.
Want me
high.
to say what division he's in?
Absolutely.
I don't need more hints. I could get it with this, but
No, you won't.
This is kind of crazy.
here you go. With
NFC South.
Donta Foreman.
Bro, was it going to be Cordero Patterson?
No.
Mike Gaskin.
it's not Mike Davis.
This guy's a Christian.
Wow. The dean of Truett McConnell
Do
University.
you want to know?
No, I feel like I could get this.
Do you want to know the kicker, or do you want to know the position?
Oh,
Oh, Young
sorry, I
Boy
apologize.
Young Boy
He's
Koo.
a kicker.
Young Boy Koo.
No,
young.
Graham Cano.
What?
y'all do not have limericks for this
Will
guy
Lutz.
at all, huh?
Will Lutz.
Ryan
Yeah,
Suckup.
Will Lutz.
Oh,
I
baby.
never
Will
got that.
Lutz.
My last hand was gonna be he went to Georgia State University.
Did he really? Wow.
Yeah.
Represent.
I know, right?
Wouldn't have got that.
Go thirds, right?
Who
Yeah.
knows kickers, bro? They don't matter.
I know
No, they
would've
do
for
matter.
sure. Dude, it's Will Lutz, bro.
Just kidding. Kickers do.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Mystery Man. Schmo won that, clutched
Let's
up for the
go.
team. So
All
Hey,
right.
West do worthy sacrifices for sure.
No, you really were. You paved the way. Like, you walked so I could run, essentially.
It was on
So
our
thank
bones that you made
You're-
it to the
no,
finish
you're
line.
welcome.
Yes.
All right. So that concludes Mystery Man. For the next segment, we have what was previously known as Minor Inconveniences We Hate,
Small things
and
I
now
hate.
known as Teeny Weeny Inconvenie.
Which isn't necessarily an inconvenience or inconvenience.
It's still
It's
small
just
things I
something-
hate, but
it's
Just
more of a teeny weeny
a name that's
meanie.
10 times better.
You know what I
It
mean?
is.
It's
more,
something we
love
find
it.
annoying or something that's really
it's
irritating.
more of a meanie than an inconvenie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
Tracking with you 100%.
no
all
limericks
right.
for this
Any
guy.
volunteers to go first?
Schmo, you want to go first?
Dude, okay, yeah. And this, I'm going to have to explain myself, okay? But as I once again was up at 2 a.m., I was like, this is something that genuinely, like, has affected the way I live my life. Okay, a small thing that I hate when Chick-fil-A workers say "my pleasure,"
Dude.
but they don't mean it.
It's the worst.
It is the worst because here's the thing: my pleasure. People use it like it's a "you're welcome."
Yeah.
It's so much more.
It doesn't mean you're
because
welcome.
no. You're welcome is just like, oh, you're the person in power in that scenario. You're like, yes, you're welcome. I did that for you. My pleasure is like, no. It's reflecting the thank you.
Yeah, it's denying the thanks.
It is, and it's saying no. It was like I was like satisfied from getting to serve you. And here's the thing. When people don't mean it, that's okay if you don't mean it. Just don't say it. And like it's to the point where I don't say thank you when I'm at Chick-fil-A because I don't want them to feel obligated to say my pleasure if they don't mean it, because it's just like a routine thing for them. Like it's something they're just in a habit of doing. And I don't want them to, so I'll say things like, oh, how was your day? Like I want them to know I'm not a jerk. Like that I'm just like, give me my food so I can leave. No. So like I'll ask, oh, like how's your shift been? That sort of thing.
And then they say my pleasure.
And then they say, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And they'll say my pleasure. And I'm like, you're not even listening to me. You're not even listening to me.
I think it's worse then.
And here's the thing. I will say thank you if the vibes are there, right? So if I'm like, oh, they're in it. Like they are here to serve. Then like, if I think they're going to give me a genuine my pleasure, then I'll say thank you. But it's very rare. Like if you go to Chick-fil-A with me, you will more than likely you will not see me say thank you. And don't think I'm a bad person. I just don't want to I don't want people to feel obligated to say something they don't mean.
In Atlanta, a lot of the Chick-fil-A's I'll say thank you, and they don't even say my pleasure. They'll say you're welcome. And I would much rather have that if they mean it.
I appreciate that.
Than my pleasure. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, they didn't say my pleasure. They're gonna be fired. No, but I'm just like, no,
it's
no,
sincere.
Thank you.
It's sincere.
It is sincere, and they mean it.
One time I was like, okay, I'm gonna say thank you. They're gonna say my pleasure, and I'm gonna say my pleasure before they could say my pleasure back to me. And just stump them.
You were that guy.
So I was like,
okay.
The people are like, here you go. I was like, thank you.
Do you plan that?
And
Uno
they're like,
reverse
you're
card?
welcome. I was like, okay.
That is really good, Joe. I like that.
That's really good.
I promise I'm not a bad person. I think it's a solid reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
You know, I actually know a lot of people who work at Chick-fil-A where I go to school. I'm going to ask them if, saying my pleasure is auto-ingrained into their mind.
Yeah.
Because actually, there's one
I
guy
know
I
people
know
that-
who works at Chick-fil-A, and I hang out with him pretty regularly, and he'll say my pleasure in, normal context.
Yeah.
Our
Let
old roommate who is currently working on our intro to this podcast, actually.
Shout out to that Dawsonheimer.
He works at Chick-fil-A still off and on, but he did a lot, but my pleasure is ingrained to him, but I do think he means it though. He'll be like, my pleasure, as he's working on this podcast intro, I'm sure it is his pleasure. He's taking time to put his pleasure into it.
Well said, Xander.
Spoken like a poet. Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right, who's
I
going
can
next?
go next.
Yeah,
So
you got it.
this is gonna be pretty I'm gonna get some strong reactions to this, I think.
Okay.
From people at this table. One of the things I hate the most in this world is when grown men call their grandmas Mimi.
No.
No.
And there's
will
two
back
people
you.
guilty at this
I
table
will
for
back
that.
you on that. I'm not the one that's guilty.
Yes.
Yeah. So you do the math.
You deduce
you can play Sherlock on that
Xander,
one.
we just got exposed.
It is.
Here's the thing.
It's maddening.
Yeah,
Here's
I
the
got a thing
Wa-
to say too.
Wesley saying that. All right, one, I do proudly call my grandmother
Oh
Mimi.
my gosh.
But here's the thing. Mimis are just built different. Okay,
They really are.
They're built in denial.
Josh could back me up on this, and even Wesley can too. I have so much food in my fridge and freezer that my Mimi has gratefully given me. Honestly, you can bet me up too.
But
She's
all
made me.
grandmothers do that. The
Yeah,
majority
that's
of
my point.
grandmothers will do that.
Do you have a lasagna in your fridge right now?
No, because my nana lives 5 hours away.
Well, that's too bad.
Nana's not gonna
Nana's
send me
not
a
that
list.
much better. Let's just put that out there.
What do you call your? What do you call
It's
your?
better, but not that much
What do
better.
you call your grandmother?
Grandma.
That's so
That's
boring.
That's so boring.
That's what she
hold on.
is.
I gotta
What do you
say
call your
something real
dad?
quick.
Your grandma's basic.
Dad. Call him dad.
I'm so sorry.
Grandma.
Oh, come on.
Mimi?
Okay,
Mimi.
here's the thing.
Not okay.
No, my issue with Mimi isn't even on the people who call the grandmother Mimi. It's on the Mimi themselves because it's their way of denying that they're old and that they're a grandparent. It's like they're trying to escape the reality they are now living in, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm still hip. I'm young. I'm Mimi."
But they are hip. And
Look,
young.
I want to say something.
Have
real
you ever
quick.
met someone?
That's the point, though. Like Mimi, they're cool enough to accept. Like, yeah, I want to go by Mimi. They're cool. Like, they're cool. They're
man.
different.
It's not a thing of cool
it's
enough.
in denial.
No.
Have you ever met like a guy, like a grown guy that calls his mom mommy?
I know.
Have you ever met a little child that calls his mom mommy? Of
Yes.
course.
This is
Have you ever
different.
met a little child that calls his mom or his grandmother Mimi? Yes. Why do we have grown men calling their grandmothers Mimi when they should be calling them grandma? You grow out of it.
No.
They just haven't grown up.
One time it was bring your grandma to school day for like lunch, and I didn't think I had a grandma because I call her Mimi. So I cried, and I had no one. I didn't tell anyone about it because I was like, no, I don't have a grandma. I only have a Mimi, and I was eating like cupcakes by myself. It was like cupcakes with grandma day, and I was like, I don't have a grandma.
Bro,
and I told my Mimi about it. She's like, bro, I'm your grandma.
Look, I gotta clarify what Wesley said. Like we choose when we're little, we choose to call our moms the mommy and daddies, but like our Mimi, they chose that themselves. Like my Mimi, like she said, I'm gonna go by Mimi,
And then you say,
and
no.
they're gonna call me that.
I'm not
But
calling you
Mimi's
Mimi.
dope.
I want you to know my mom has said that like she will ignore her grandchild if they call her Mimi. Like that is something that has come out of my mother's mouth that if my children one day call her Mimi, she will just ignore them. And so I respect her her position on that.
Yeah.
And my kids will not call her Mimi.
She's older than
I
my
think
goodness too. so
Mimi's
she knows
mid.
better.
I mean, it's
know.
there. It could
I
be
know.
worse. She could be like Peepaw or Meemaw.
Oh
or...
no, I've already told my dad 100% he's being called like Peepaw, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, my mom, like, I think she's already declared when me or my sister have kids, she's gonna go by Juju. Just gonna put that out there.
My sister's
So, I mean,
How
you
far?
think Mimi's bad?
My sister-in-law's mom wants to go by Birdie.
How far will we stray?
Yeah, what?
Right, Mimi's not bad.
Where do we
Mimi-
draw the line?
All right, Mimi's hip and cool. Like y'all are just Dawsonheimer. Like, is Mimi cool? Like, thank you. That's
Dawsonheimer.
3 against 2.
Look, I will say this, like, me and Xander have grown closer as friends just because we have Mimi's.
That is
like
true.
that is a bond that we share together, and so
Well, so
just
you're
because
not-
y'all don't have Mimi's and y'all aren't close,
You're not
I'm
allowed to
sorry.
have those pumpkin muffins in the freezer anymore if you're gonna disrespect my Mimi.
Dude, Mimi's do be cooking though.
All right, I'll go next.
No, don't try to fix the bridge. It's burned.
You're not.
It's burned.
Schmo, you're not gonna have any of that lasagna anymore,
No,
bro.
that's okay. That's okay.
No, it's not.
I made my stance. I'll regret it later for sure, but I made my stance.
You'll bear the consequences of your decisions.
Yes. Yes.
Man. All right, Josh.
All right, moving on. So I got to give a little bit of context behind this one. So I work at a grocery store. I work at Publix. So often there are days where it is incredibly busy, and I'm running around frantically, bagging like multiple registers, cashiering, checking people out, selling lottery tickets. Like it is crazy. And I finally get a second to breathe. I'm sitting there, I'm standing at the register, I'm standing behind the desk, and I'm like, man, like it finally slowed down. And the small thing I hate, or that it's so annoying, is when somebody comes up and they're like, looks like you need something to do. And it's like, dude, if you
that's
had
awful.
only seen what I was just doing for the
That's
last
brutal.
20 or 30 minutes,
That sucks.
they'll come up and
does.
be like, looks like you need to go to work or something. It's like some old like guy thinking they're really funny. And it's like,
Wait, like customers say this?
yeah.
Yeah.
Customer
Yeah.
come up to you and be like, looks like you need something to do.
No, dude, that's
Dude,
the worst.
that would make me angry.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, it has made me angry before. There's just one time I was cashiering on Express, and you're only supposed to check out on Express with like 10 items or less.
Yeah.
And there's this lady who has like a cart full, and
Oh
and she
no.
and Express was open, and all like our other like big registers were full, and she comes up and she's like, "Can I check out here?" And I'm like, "No, ma'am, sorry, it's only Express." She's like, "Well, you're not doing anything," and she just takes herself down the aisle, and
Oh,
she intentionally
man.
takes a really slow time to check out all of her stuff, and the people behind her are like getting frustrated because they
Yeah.
were using Express for the
Yeah.
intended reason. They had like few items, and here she is unloading her cart full.
That's a Mima right there.
Yeah, it's bad.
Dude.
And also on Express, we don't have a bagger because we're supposed to bag it ourselves. It's only a few items, so I'm like having to check, like do all this and bag this lady's whole order on Express.
That's horrible.
So
That's-
that is
that's-
Wow.
It's incredibly infuriating.
That's a small inconvenience.
that makes me
turned into
angry.
a big inconvenience, bro.
It's bad.
Bro, next time that happens, just call us for backup. Like, hold that person there till we can get there. And I don't know what we'll do, but we'll do something.
I'll hold them down. Like,
We'll do
I'll
something.
berate them.
I'll just like say that their card declined, and even though it got accepted, and then like
And then run it like 6 times.
yeah,
They go back and check their statement, and they spent like $2,000 at the grocery store on like a $20 purchase.
Oh man.
until y'all finally show up.
I'll go for the last one. So y'all might relate to this for sure, but like when let's say like you want to play on the Xbox, right? Or you want to turn on the TV, but there are no batteries in the remote, and you don't have batteries. So what do? You go to like another remote or another whatever with batteries. You take the batteries out and put them in.
Yeah.
But like, and you're just like sharing batteries at that point.
Dude.
Like that's like the most like inconvenient thing ever. Like
Yeah.
it's just needing batteries for something. They like,
And you have to start swapping them.
and you just start swapping them. You know,
And you never want to be the guy who has to go out and actually buy the new batteries.
bro,
you know?
it's horrible.
They're so expensive.
I know.
and no, and
They're
like
too expensive.
it's crazy. And like what happens too is like the batteries that like died, you'll just like leave them out. You won't even like throw them away, and like you'll like just have them out, and it'll like you'll mistaken them for actual batteries that have juice in them still. So like you'll put them into like summer melt. So I don't know, like it goes back into the like it'll go back into the loop.
It's a
and,
closed
like, it'll
loop.
cause- yeah, it is. So like it's
Unless you're Wesley's dad, who has enough Kirkland batteries to survive an apocalypse.
Yes.
In the
Always
bathroom
comes
for
up.
some reason.
You know what I don't understand is like, why don't we just buy like
Battery packs.
700 batteries when we buy batteries? It's like there's no
that's
scenario
true.
where you're not gonna use all of them
That's true.
eventually. You know, but instead we buy like a pack of 8, and it's like, dude, why do you even sell those?
Yeah, seriously.
That's true. But
That one's annoying as well.
yeah. I mean that's all for me. But
Cool,
yeah.
cool. Well, that concludes Teeny Weeny Inconvenie. Next segment, right before our last segment, is Decipher Eifer. Dawsonheimer has recorded 3 sounds, and we will be listening to them.
We have to decipher what the Eifer is.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna try and figure out what the sound is, and he'll tell us when we.
That's so
give our
much
guess.
fun.
So how it's gonna work is we're all gonna like kind of talk about it,
Yeah.
and then we'll all kind of come up with our guess, and then we'll all like give our guesses,
And
and then whoever
yeah.
gets it right wins, or
Nice. Yeah.
All right. Dawsonheimer.
First sound whenever you're ready.
Heimer?
He's working on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I got my guess.
Wait, do it one more
I got
time.
my
One more.
guess.
One more.
Okay. I think I know.
Dude, no, I know it for sure.
I know for sure.
All right.
All right.
Josh, Xander, are you ready?
Okay.
We all said at the same
Are
time?
you saying it at the same time?
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Brushing your teeth.
Brush on a tile.
I was saying like scribbling like a pen like on like a paper like.
It's not brushing your teeth.
Wait.
Brushing your teeth. Me and Wesley brush. Let's go,
Yes!
Wesley, bro. Let's go.
Schmo, what did you say?
On a toothbrush on a tile. That didn't sound like teeth, bro.
Wait, play this sound one more
Play that
time. Let me hear
again.
that.
Bro, this dude's got some graded teeth.
Boy, I guess them teeth are
Like-
going through it right now.
Got some braces on or
This is
something.
the easy one.
It's a thick bristle.
Oh, that's what it is.
toothbrush.
It's not the teeth. It is
The
the
bristle's
brush.
like
Yeah.
You're
pretty
right.
firm,
Bro, this
probably.
person's
know your
brushing their
toothbrush.
teeth. Like, he's like sanding his teeth down as he brushes.
It's got sandpaper on the outside.
All
No, that was
let's-
good. That was
let's,
good.
Let's
right, number
decipher
2.
the next
Man,
Eifer.
Okay. $100%. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it.
I need that
I
again,
know.
Dawson.
I know
Wait,
it.
Yeah, I needed to.
Okay.
I know it. I know it.
I need. I don't want to be that guy here the third time, but I think I'm gonna have to be that guy. I'm sorry.
All right. All right. At the same time.
Or wait, no.
Well,
Josh,
I need it one more
He
time.
needs to hear it one more. The wheels are churning.
Bro,
They're churning.
y'all go.
I'm ready.
I mean,
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Cutting
Paper
up
cut
one of
blinds.
those like white paper cutter
Yeah,
things.
yeah, paper cutter. Yes, sir.
Wow, that was impressive.
Come on.
Josh didn't know. Josh
Hey,
didn't
I got the
know.
In his defense, we do know that we have one of those at the BCM,
Yeah.
and he lives
Oh
there.
no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
unfair.
Apparently, the third one's the hardest one. So
Okay.
let's
Okay.
hear
I
it.
could tie it up here. Or
If I needed 3 for that one, I'm gonna need like 8 for this. All right, let's go.
That was all. Wait, do that again.
More. Keep going. Like 5 more times.
Honestly, I'm gonna sample this sound.
Oh,
And
I
like a
got it. I
trap.
got it. I got it. I'm ready to go. I know what that is for
Okay,
sure.
hold on,
What?
hold on, hold on.
2 more times. 2 more times.
You know what that is?
I think I'm pretty confident.
One more time.
Oh, I'm so ready.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
All right, I have a really like out of their guess. But
I
I'll
might
do it.
have it.
All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Turning on a toaster.
Flipping a high voltage lever.
Turning a bug zapper. It sounds like a bug
No,
zapper.
I think it's putting your hand under a soap dispenser.
To which one?
All of us.
None of us got it right. Dude, it sounds like
one.
that sounds like electricity. It sounds like electricity.
Man.
Like,
Yeah,
No.
I thought it sounded like a toaster, and like it was like how like it turns hotter.
Really?
You know? Like
That's
the-
crazy.
I thought it sounded like putting your hand under one of
Dude.
those like soap dispensers, and it comes out, and then he like sort of
Yeah.
rubbing his hands with the
Dude,
soap.
Do we know what it is?
Get ready
the
to type
voice
it
to
out.
text. Yeah,
Yeah, we need that voice. to
Yeah,
text.
yeah. Speak.
That was a hard
Speak,
cipher to
Dawsonheimer.
decipher.
that was crazy.
Yeah, that was hard.
Dawsonheimer. Speak to us.
Dawsonheimers working on telling us. Never understood why.
He's always
Whatever
shy.
the process is, it clearly takes a minute because
Yeah.
every time we ask him something, it's like we don't get a response for like 30 seconds.
The Dawsonheimer's like, what do I do? What do I do?
He closes out of the tab and logs off every time.
It's a Nerf gun.
Oh, a Nerf
Oh,
gun.
wait, can we hear that again?
A Nerf gun.
Let's hear that again.
Can we hear the sound?
Oh, if you played it louder,
Oh,
then
it's
I
the
would have maybe.
spring. It's the spring.
That's insane. That was a
Wow.
good one.
You
That
never
was a
would've
good
got it.
one.
Really good.
That's a good one, Dawsonheimer. You got
I,
it.
I would like to
Those are
think
good
I got it,
sounds.
Wesley.
We're proud of you.
I would have really liked to think I got it. I don't like you.
Thank
You
you.
wouldn't have got it.
I probably wouldn't.
My pleasure.
Dawsonheimer's love language is words of
Yeah, it's
affirmation,
my pleasure,
guys.
Dawsonheimer.
His love language is words of affirmation.
All right.
See?
So
See.
our last and final segment, we on the last podcast we rated Starbucks. This time we have a limerence for wings here. We will be rating Taco Mac. And yesterday we actually went to Taco
Yeah.
Mac, and it was
For
Schmo's
research
first time.
For research purposes.
For research
Yeah,
purposes.
research.
And
It was
enjoyment.
Schmo's first time.
It was.
And fun fact, the Taco Mac we went to in Atlanta is the very first Taco Mac ever built and constructed. So we went to the OG.
Such a vibe.
It was
Such
a vibe. We went at night. We sat outside. It was awesome.
Got to watch Tulane play football. I mean, what else could I ask for at that point?
Good fellowship.
It was a good time.
We got some bells there
Yeah.
and just some fun stuff. We had an awesome waiter. He was cool. He would not
was.
say my pleasure.
He was cool.
though.
He gave us cowbells.
Like
Dude,
he would not say my pleasure, but he would actually like say like, "Oh, you're welcome." Like I'm
100%. The waiter is a light roast. Like I would.
Oh,
have
he
him
would-
hang-
dude, for
anytime.
sure.
Sure,
Dude, I'd let him marry my daughter.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Boing, boing, boing.
All right. I believe Wesley is bringing up his
So, to remind the viewers, the five things that we rate things on. One is accessibility. Two, instead of coffee, obviously we're doing wings. Because I know it's called Taco Mac, but if you don't know, it's mostly a wing place.
It's like a sports bar.
They do have a lot of really good food though. Food and drink, vibes, and then interior. So with that, and it can be confusing. Accessibility again is convenience and ability to get a table. And interior is strictly just like decor and like, I guess in this scenario we have like TVs and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And vibes is just how you feel. It's nothing like
It's my
material.
emotions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So,
Wants to kick us off for this one.
No decimal numbers rated
Okay,
out of 10.
whole numbers, gotcha.
No rookie numbers.
Gotcha.
Rookie numbers. No rookie numbers is with decimals.
1 through
Yeah.
10,
These are indeed
strictly.
rookie numbers,
Or 0 if you think it's that bad.
which no zeros will be given today.
Hopefully not.
okay.
Dawsonheimer. I
For
hope there'll be no
accessibility,
zeros.
I'm going to give it an 8. It's pretty easy to get to. There's generally enough around, and yes, it's popular, but there's almost always a table. I've never really had a really brutal wait in my experience.
For accessibility, I will also say I'm between two numbers right here. I'm gonna say what I think, and then I'll say the number. So like, again, easy to get a table, and everything else you said. But what's hard though is parking. There's like very limited parking, and honestly, we
And a
all
lot of Taco Macs.
we all
Yeah.
clutched up with
Yeah.
parking. And usually, like if you don't find parking, you have to park in a neighborhood, like a street or a neighborhood next to it or near it, and like walk to it, which you're still able to get to, which is why I'm gonna give it a 7, just because of that. Like it could be a very like major inconvenience. I was thinking of an 8, but I'll give it a 7.
Well said.
Because of that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that was my thinking too. I got there 30 minutes late. We love Atlanta traffic. It's great.
Amazing.
Yeah, so good, so good. But I was able to find a spot, and with my mad parking skills and humility once again, I was able to park. And so, but because it was a tight squeeze. It was a tight squeeze. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7.
Fair.
Yeah, I really do think it depends on the Taco Mac. I know the
that
Taco
is
Mac,
true.
like where me and Wesley grew up in, and I guess the one for Xander as well. Like, there would be times growing up where we would have to wait for a table, but generally, like, you got a table right away, and it was pretty easy to find seating. And at this one, I think it's an 8.
We did go on a
It's
Thursday
good.
night too. Like
Yeah.
no one's out on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
So we were lucky, but yeah, like it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
And the thing about the parking at our place is also like it's also pretty bad. And the parking lot
that
at the
actually
Taco
is
Mac
true.
is so small, but there's an entire shopping center
there's a
with
huge-
a massive parking lot right there.
There's a
so.
huge, like, Target parking
Ooh,
lot right
and,
next to it.
and actually, let me ask you guys this, because I'm going off of one experience, one Taco Mac. Are most parking lots like that at a Taco Mac?
I can think of
The one
2
we were
Taco
at.
Macs, and they're both bad. They're not like that.
Okay.
They're not that
Okay.
bad. Generally, they're like more like
They, like, wrap around the building.
Yeah, they
Okay.
wrap around
It's
the
only-
building.
like they're the size of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Chili's or an Applebee's.
And
Okay.
like, and in worst case scenario, you just park like near the Target and then walk from there, which is like
Yeah.
a smaller commute than this one, where if you park next to a neighborhood, you know,
I mean, if
like
you
I parked
park-
next to some dude's house last time I went.
Like,
Okay,
if you're parking at the Target walking in, you're in there in, like, a minute.
Yeah.
You know, it's
All right.
not that bad.
Wings. I will go first as well. And I'm gonna give it a 10. Taco Max wings are my favorite wings.
Agreed.
You're giving it a 10 as well?
Dude, actually, like a 10. It was my first time, and I don't want to jump on like the bandwagon for it, but dude, the wings were so good. And the waiter put us on to like these, what were they, like these sweet
Peach
bourbon,
bourbon
peach
barbecue.
bourbon barbecue,
Amazing.
dude. Best wing I think I've had in my
Insane.
life. Like, actually, it was so good. And I'm not hyping it up. Like, well, I am hyping it up, but for good reason, understandably.
Yes.
Yeah, they're cool. I mean, they won a contest to be on the menu.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
It's insane.
I love their wings so much. I think they're amazing. I got to give it a 10 as well.
I'm gonna give it a 10 as well.
Dude,
like,
10s
I love to
across
see
the
this.
board.
like
I
they're
love to see it.
big, they're juicy.
Honestly, their
You
wings
can't
are
go wrong.
like-
You can't go wrong with any of the flavors. Honestly, They're
That
all
just
very,
broke
very
the
good.
record for the highest consecutive consensus rank
These
of
are
a 10
also-
overall.
And honestly, sometimes their wings are so big, I can't even finish them all. And that's not a bad thing. It's just
No,
you're
it's-
getting a
it's
lot of
good.
meat, and that's quality for a wing.
Yeah.
There was a phase of period of time where I used to think Wild Wings wings were better.
I think they're really
No,
bad.
dude.
was a dark
and
part of my
I said
past.
this last night and I don't think you were here because you were at practice, but like I genuinely think that Taco Mac puts B-dubs to shame.
Wow.
I do. I do.
I think Taco Mac's above Buffalo's, like Buffalo's Cafe. It's above B-Dubs. It's above Wild Wing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's above Publix wings for sure.
Dawsonheimer, thoughts
I
on
gotta
Taco
shout out
Mac
Publix.
wings?
Okay. Nice.
Approved.
Nice. Approved.
All right. So next category is food and drink. So Taco Mac, they do wings, but they do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
And this also includes beverages, alcoholic and non.
Sides, fries.
How about someone else goes first this time?
I'll go first this time. Wow, like 10. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
I love their queso and dipping the tortillas in the queso. Their teas, tea is so good. Man, like it's just so good. The ranch is homemade. It's a homemade recipe. It's incredible. It's some of the best French fries I've ever had. And growing up, one of my favorite things about Taco Mac, and it's part of food and drink. I mean, it's part of the restaurant, is the mints that you get there. Like, I would leave and I'd take a handful of those mints, and they're amazing.
And Josh is not joking when he says handful. Like,
Yeah,
he'd
I
fill
literally-
his hand
yeah.
with the mints.
Seriously, like I would take my hand to just go and take the mints out, and dude, I would like in the car as a kid driving home. I would literally ate all of those mints before we got home, and we lived like 5 minutes away from the Taco Mac growing up.
Oh man.
So
Yeah,
it's just so good. I got to give it a 10.
I mean, not to like. Once again, I'm not trying to overhype it, but no, I agree. It's a 10. Guys, I don't like ranch. Like, I actually hate ranch. I could not stop eating the Taco Mac. Like, it's good.
Dude, you're bringing a tear to my eye right now.
It's so good. It's so good. And like the fries are this perfect like perfect amount of salt, a little bit of some other kind of seasoning, and
Great
they're like
crispiness.
they're crisp.
Dude,
they're so
I'm
good.
so hungry.
They're so good. And not only that, but then like I got to have whatever IPA that I got there,
Yes.
and it was so good.
Dude.
It was genuinely like a really complete food experience.
Yes.
And I was very satisfied when I left.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have to say real quick, I'm generally not a person who likes to like dip my fries in ketchup or anything. I just like to eat them how they are, like with good seasoning. But I could not stop dipping my fries.
ranch,
in
dude.
Ranch.
It's a crazy combo.
Ranch.
Like, name a better combo than like Taco Mac ranch and
Yeah.
Taco Mac
Ranch.
fries. It's crazy.
As you're on it, Xander, how about you go?
I'll give a little backstory. Like, back in the day, when you'd get wings, fries used to be included.
Yeah.
But then, like, 2018 hit, and then they separated it now. So, like, you have to pay for the fries whenever you, like, you have to request for them and, like, you know, have to pay, like, an extra $2.50, whatever. And I was really, really bummed about that when that happened. Like, I remember, like, just having, like, a grudge against Taco Mac for it. But I still order the fries every single time because of how good they were.
Clearly,
So,
it was a
like,
really good decision on their part because they knew everyone that
they
wanted
are
it
they're,
still.
they're mooching me off my money. Like, they're mooching my money off me, bro. So, like, my limits for these fries are insane. Like, and I was thinking, like, do I give it a 9 just for the price? But, like, honestly, like, it is really good price just because, like, the quality is great. Like, I am giving it a 10.
Yes, sir.
I tried one of their IPAs. Like, it was good. I had a
Dos Equis.
yeah, Dos Equis. It was, which, I mean, you know, I'm just trying out, like, a bunch of beer at this point, just, like, you know, to,
Felt a taste.
yeah, fill up a taste, so, which, I mean, I just say that because I know, like, Dos Equis isn't anything crazy, but I enjoyed it. Like, it was just, like, a really, like, light meal, like, a light drink for a heavy meal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I didn't want anything that would fill me up because I wanted to be filled with the meal and, like, that to, like, wash it down along with my water, so.
Yeah, real quickly again, I think Taco Mac is definitely on the cheaper side of other wing places.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
it
Wild
is.
Wing is really expensive. I think, you know, for a 10-pack of wings at Wild Wing, that's like $15 or $16. At Taco Mac, it's $12.
Yeah.
You know, you're saving a lot of money there, and it's better. So,
What about
Yeah.
you, sir?
So, a lot of me wants to give this place a 10.
Dude.
I love it. I love the food.
Go with your
Stopping
heart.
you.
I
Go
love
with your
stuff,
heart.
but
Nothing's
here's the
stopping
thing,
you.
like, I don't think I can say with confidence that their food by itself is a 10. Honestly, I'd probably give the food a really strong 8, and I'd give the drink a 10, which averages out to 9.
Okay,
Wow.
so you're going 9.
So I think I had my first ever beer there. Xander had his first beer there. The beer I had last night was incredible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and this is food outside of the wings. So the fries, the ranch is electric.
The cheese dip is really good. Like, I forgot
If
to
I
say
could
that
give
on
this a
my-
I love the
9.5,
queso.
I would.
It's really
but
good.
I'll
It's
order
okay.
just
No,
the
no.
queso.
9
Yeah.
is still respectable. 9
No,
is respectable.
I think a
I
9 is very
understand.
I
appropriate.
really
here,
want to
honestly.
give it a 10.
Once again, I'm going off of one experience, so I haven't tried all their other menu items. You've tried more than me, so
Yeah.
so
I
that's
mean,
understandable.
The thing is I can think of places that do each meal they have better just because, like they have Philly cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak is a really good Philly cheesesteak, but there's places that only do Philly cheesesteaks that do it better, you know? And, like,
Yeah.
they have good pizza, but there are places that have pizza that
Yeah.
only do pizza. And, you know,
Yeah.
so
But they still do it pretty well.
they do it. Yeah, I mean, they do everything excellent. But
Very respectable.
it's a 9. It's a 9.
Dawsonheimer, food, drink, thoughts.
He's under 21, so he
Yeah.
doesn't
Yep.
know what the drink is.
Oh, food.
Food. Let's go, Dawsonheimer. All right.
Let's try to get him involved. You know?
Yeah.
We're not paying him.
Yeah.
He's here for the vibes.
Yeah, we're not paying for his taco.
Speaking of vibes,
Speaking of vibes,
Vibes.
yeah.
next category is vibes. One of y'all start us off.
And vibes is how I feel. Right?
Yeah, it was just
Dude,
yeah.
no, I mean,
You go first.
Yeah, no, it was real. I mean, once again, if I'm satisfied with the food, I mean, that's like the majority of the battle for a food place. But like the original Taco Mac, it's such a cool, like, just energy to it. And I'm not going to get into that part of the category, but just the, like, I don't know. I was very satisfied with that. I felt like, I don't know, just the energy was good. When I think of, like, if I'm thinking of in a film, like these guys are, it's a scene where these guys are at a sports bar, like that's it. Like I
Yeah.
felt like I was in a movie.
Yes.
Taco Mac made me feel like I was in a movie.
Yeah.
So that's
So
a good way of
what's-
putting
what's
it.
the rate?
But I don't.
It's okay to go high again. If
I
you want
gotta
to.
go 10.
Let's go.
I gotta go
Let's
10.
go.
I was
I like it,
satisfied.
I like it.
I was satisfied.
I'll go next. Like, and I was talking to Wesley about this too, and he knows that this is my favorite restaurant, like go-to place to go to. Like,
As well, mine.
I like in high school, every Wednesday after youth group, I would go to Taco Mac and just have fellowship with my friends. Like, I still go now, like whenever I want, like whenever I'm in the mood for wings, like Taco Mac is where I would want to go. Sometimes I have to settle for Wingstop, you know, which like, you know, would grow my thirst and hunger for Taco Mac even more because, like, man, these wings are good.
That
but
foretaste of Taco Mac
yeah,
would
it's
make you
just
long
a little
for the
taste. Yeah,
coming
you know what I mean.
Taco
So, like, it's just very nostalgic when I go there. Like the vibes, like presently, like yesterday, like it was a lot of fun. Like we were sitting outside, like it was just like a really good time, very chill. You know, like even just like the cold of it too, like being outside where it was kind of cold. I know we had a heater, but like it was just cool. Like it was just like cozy environment. You know what I mean? And it's going there is just very nostalgic to me. I have a lot of great memories there, so it's an easy 10 for me. If I could go over a 10, I would. If I'm
Yeah.
being honest. So.
Yeah. I can go next. For me, it's also a 10. I think this place, I agree. I feel like I'm in a movie when I'm there.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I love it. It's got I love the sports bar vibe with, you know, the
Yeah.
TVs and like
Sure.
the good bar food.
point.
It's 10.
You get to play main character.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
It makes you feel like the main character.
And
It's nice.
for me, Taco Mac, the vibes were growing up is every time people would finish like rec league baseball or football, they would all go and they would usually meet at the Taco Mac. So you'd see like a bunch of like or elementary school age kids in like football pads and baseball cleats and like
Eating up.
eating wings and just like going into town on
Even
them.
if it were after a loss, it's like, man, we worked hard for these.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they have like the Taco Mac I have back at home. They have like a massive projector on either side of the building that have like
yeah.
a huge TV. They have like probably
That's so much
30
fun.
TVs in the place.
That's so much fun.
All right, Josh.
Yeah. I mean, Taco Mac even brings vibes. It's just nostalgia and memories going there growing up. As y'all mentioned, I think if I think back, the restaurants I went to the most, I could like imagine or remember going to Taco Mac a lot and picture that in my head. And it's such like good memories.
Yeah.
It is the place to go to watch a game if you don't want to watch it at your house.
Right.
Like if you're looking to go to a sports bar, watch a game, hang out with some people, Taco Mac is the place to go. And the vibes last night where we were, it was really cool because it was a really cold night. And going there, I was like, oh man, there's probably no way we'll be able to sit out on the patio. But they had these huge heaters out on the patio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was so cool sitting out there on the patio and you knew it was cold, but you were so warm by the heaters and you got to enjoy the food. It was
good.
great.
Cozy vibes.
It's a 10.
Cozy.
It was
Yeah.
very cozy.
Cozy for sure.
And if you're inside, it's still great vibes as well.
Yeah.
All right. Xander started us off with interior.
Interior, we're including
Exclu-
exterior or like
TVs,
outside.
yeah, exterior as well.
Interior, I mean, it's great. Like, what can I say? Like, you know, you go to Taco Mac because it's the sports bar scene. You know, like they have TVs everywhere. Like, you know, if a game that you want to watch isn't on that TV, it's on the TV like right behind you. You know, so like they have
Or
everything
next
out
to
there,
it.
or literally next
Yeah.
to you. You know,
Yeah.
so like then like just that's good. I'm trying to think specifically with this one because like I have a lot of thoughts like towards like the one back at home because like the one back at home that I usually go to is like a lot bigger.
It can be all.
It could be all. Here I'm actually gonna skip myself right now. I want some more thought into it. So someone else go.
I can go. I think interior, it's a 9 for me. My only reason it's not a 10 is because sometimes the tables have a little bit of stickiness to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's like inherent, like, but it seems like Taco Mac kind of always has sticky tables. But the TVs are excellent. It's my go-to place to watch a football game.
I have my answer.
You can go ahead, Zinder.
Yeah, like I don't know, like this original Taco Mac is like pretty small compared like to most, just because it's the original. So like I'm like gonna base my opinion on just most. Like most Taco Macs are huge, and like you could choose between a regular table or a bar or a booth, and like they will have it. Like, for the most part, like there's no wait at all. Like, and it like I know that's kind of like into accessibility, but like it just like kind of like shows like how like great the interior is, you know. Man, this is really weird. Like I'm not used to giving like really high rankings on like these
Every
categories,
category,
but like I'm really gonna give it a 10.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like I can't think of any other place that beats it. That's why it was like kind of hard for me to think. Like, do I give this a 10? Like, is there anything to really critique? Like on like. Hey, the stickiness is just like the vibes, bro. That goes into the
You like
That
it.
is a part of the experience.
You don't want your food sliding away.
Yeah, I put my whole forearm on there and
Keeps you steady.
keeps me steady. Yeah.
Schmo, what'd you think of it?
I gotta say, I'll go because I'm basing it off of this one experience. Okay, I'm gonna give it another 10.
Okay.
I know. And it's hard for me to think, oh, I'm giving it 10s across the board. I didn't want to be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. So like it's just what you would think of a classic like sports bar. And once again, I haven't seen the bigger ones. This is definitely a smaller location from what I've heard. I don't know if I would want to go to a bigger location. Like the smaller location, it has this old vintage like wooden interior that really gives like pub energy. And then you have like your sports flags hanging on the wall. Like I mean, it just screams like vintage, like I would even say like sports pub. And it's just such a good energy. Like when I envision what a sports bar should be, it is Taco Mac. And so
the decor
That's
is
such
really
a good.
good.
I'm
So
changing
I'm
mine to a
going
10
10.
after you said that.
I
That was so good.
I forgot about the decor, bro.
Yeah, no, and it's the tables and everything's wooden. And like it just gives like that right energy for what a sports bar was designed to be.
Oh, for sure.
I could run through a wall right now.
Yeah. I want to go there again,
I want to eat so
I think
much.
we're gonna go tonight, actually.
bro. But yeah, real quickly for mine as well. Man, I think I want to say 10. I was literally thinking of sticky tables, and at first I was thinking like, man, that's kind of a gross thing. But you convinced me that it is not a gross thing.
No.
That is just a part of it.
You gotta praise, man.
Yeah, like that is a praise. I think like
It's a feature, not a bug.
it is a sports bar for sure. I love the decor up there. There's always two places growing up that I thought were so cool decor, like for like a sports bar, and that was Taco Mac, and that was $3 Cafe. If y'all have ever been
That's
there.
a good one.
With they would always have all the sports flags hanging from the top. That was a cool. It's very Taco Mac-esque, but Taco Mac superior. Yeah, I mean the interior, it's so cool. Like there is, I think one of the coolest parts about the interior is whether you're sitting out on the balcony or on the patio, or you're sitting in a spare room, or you're sitting out on the main floor of the restaurant. There is no bad seat watching a game.
Yeah, that's so true.
You are guaranteed to have a good seat.
Yeah, there's
anywhere
no
you
such
sit.
thing as a bad seat.
TVs
Even at the
everywhere.
bar.
Right.
Every angle is covered.
Yeah. Like, the entire restaurant is wrapped in television.
Yeah, no, that's a good
And
point.
it's incredible. So if you're going there, and not only they have so many TVs, they have such great leverage to put on many different games.
Yeah,
So
you can watch like every game.
yeah, so if you're going there and let's say your team's like Kentucky or like a smaller team may not be like guaranteed to be on TV, you'll probably find it on TV there at Taco Mac. And, be
And
like,
you know
"Wow."
what? I bet you could
Very true.
ask, and they could change
yeah.
the
Oh, they
channel
do.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
Yeah, so
So,
you already know what my rating is, Wesley.
a 10, baby. Come on.
all right. Is
Across
this the
the
last
board.
one?
Dude, so
No, that's it.
that's it. We got the miscellaneous factors. That
There are
leaves
so
our,
many.
our consensus ranking has a 9.45.
Wow.
That's
No,
insane.
they deserve it.
Yo,
They
that's
deserve it.
Crazy.
Look,
They
I gotta.
deserve it.
If it wasn't for the accessibility, they would be like,
They'd
a 10.
probably be a 10, yeah. No,
man.
that's good.
Should we reconsider the accessibility?
No.
We gotta get these ratings
no.
up.
All right.
No, miscellaneous factors like push it up a lot. So
Oh my
miscellaneous
God.
Well, I don't.
factors-
Well, it depends on if there are any.
if there are any.
No, there
so
are
There is
so
one I'm
many.
thinking of.
I'm thinking
we
of
would
like
have
Okay.
to agree. It would have to be.
Let's hear everyone's case for what miscellaneous
It
factors.
would have to
there
be
are.
I
a
gotta go
unanimous like decision.
These
and,
can't
like,
be something that's already in a category.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
I think the
it's
best
not.
unit. I think the best miscellaneous thing is the wet naps they give you.
Yes. Yes.
Oh!
Yes. That was one of mine. That was
That
one
is
of mine.
so essential for a wing restaurant.
I left
is-
feeling clean.
Yeah, and they give you the wet naps, and after you're eating wings, which is not an easy thing to eat, they give you wet naps in the basket
You don't have to ask
put
for
your
them.
wings in.
They don't come out later. They're there.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go to the bathroom and wash your hands.
Yeah.
You can stay there.
It's part of their package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
incredible. They give you when you get order wings, they bring you a little basket with a healthy amount of napkins and a wet nap.
Absolutely.
What more can you
Yeah.
ask for?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I have some data onto that.
Come
So
on.
the service is amazing. We got, I mean, or at least y'all two got like the free like glass
Yeah,
because
beer
like, y'all
glass.
got like
With
a
our
left-handed
IPA,
IPA.
yeah.
We got little bells too,
Yeah.
and oh no,
I've gotten free stuff there like
Yeah,
twice.
you get free
in the
stuff,
last,
and like
month
they
I've
just
been
have
there.
like a lot of like fun little things. Like they have trivia nights on Mondays. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like they like make it like they give you
It's a
reasons. Like if
yeah.
you can't think of a reason to go, they give you reasons to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, like we're having this like fun event here. Like come,
Well,
like eat
they're
here.
fostering like a really cool community in their neighborhood.
Yes, yes.
It's more than just a place to go and eat. It's a place to like enjoy community.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's almost like
this
church.
should be a commercial. Wow.
I mean, honestly, like hire me, bro. Like I've said so many things. Like hire me. But dude, the cowbells. The cowbells were like that was the highlight of my night. Like I was
Oh, yeah,
already
for sure.
through the roof with everything else, and they send me home with a cowbell.
And we didn't even
Come
ask
on.
for it. He just
No.
they just had extra.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, we have extra. Here you go." Like what?
It
amazing.
was.
Yeah.
He's a light roast.
Do
He's
the
a light roast.
does the heat lamps, is that a miscellaneous factor or is that part of interior?
I mean,
I think that was unique to that Taco Mac. I don't know. I'd have to go to different Taco
it
Mac.
is unique to
don't
that.
know.
I
Taco
think it's a
Mac.
miscellaneous factor because like there are a lot of restaurants that don't have heat lamps during the cold.
Yeah.
They just don't use the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't use the patio, which is
Very
terrible.
good point. Yeah.
Over. So do we give it like a 1 through 10 for miscellaneous factors?
No.
Is that
So
what we do?
Whatever we add, whatever we determine is going to add to the ranking.
So we would add like
I-
0.1.
So if we do
Oh, yeah,
point
we have
one,
to-
it would
Yeah.
be 9.5 or whatever. you know?
Okay.
So
For all
the
these
most
combined,
we could do is 0.55 because that would put it at a 10.
I would say 0.3 with all these combined.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe.
0.1 for each.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah,
So what's the end consensus?
And consensus, you said 0.3?
I said 0.3 for everything. Yes, I
Okay.
think that's
Wow, okay.
fair.
The end consensus is a 9.75.
That's insane.
wow.
Very
highest rated thing,
I think that's very fair.
period.
All right.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Talking about that, my stomach growled multiple times. I'm
Yeah.
hungry now.
And that concludes it.
All right.
Taco Mac, y'all.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Before we end the podcast, and were y'all ever able to guess hidden schmidden?
Man,
So
I
I will.
guess.
I will say this is a word that like it doesn't. It's not like a flim flam like
I think I know
squibble
it. I
kebab
think I
whatever.
caught it.
Like
I think I
use
caught
a
it.
word that I don't usually use,
genuinely
and
don't know.
I tried to like use it as much as I could without other people talking, so you'd have a chance to hear it.
I genuinely don't know.
let's
Okay.
see. I think you're our only hope.
You're
here.
our only hope on this. So
Alright.
just share what
Come
you
on,
think
Wesley.
it is.
Was it mooch?
No,
Man, well, yeah, no, it went
Wow.
under the radar. What was it?
limerence.
Limerence.
When did you say that?
I said no. Go through the podcast. Like I'll be like, yeah, like he had like a limerence for the turkey, or like yeah, like I have a limerence for
What?
wings.
That was so good.
I know.
I know.
Wow.
I didn't
I
catch
Was I
did
not
catch
listening?
that. Yeah.
No, like I said it too. Like I said limerence.
I don't
like,
even know what that word means.
throughout. And
No.
I said it like
I
throughout
didn't
the
catch
podcast.
it. That's good.
Yeah,
That was
maybe.
incredible.
Good job, Xander.
Yeah, thank you. I like tried to choose a word that wasn't like flim flam or stupid.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like this one's still like anyway. Well,
Did you know limerence, or did you have to?
I had to look
that
it
one
up, but like it just means like affection towards something or something like that. So I tried to use it appropriately too.
Yeah.
I'm like limerence, you know. So
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for everyone for listening to the Three Chooches podcast.
Thank you, Joe
Dude, thank you
Schmo.
for letting
Joe
me be an
Schmo.
honorary
Yes.
chooch. I will always be a chooch for the rest of my life.
the
because
first
Once a
chooch.
chooch, always a chooch.
Once
Yes.
a chooch, always a chooch. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Shout
you.
out Dawsonheimer.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you, Dawsonheimer.
Dawsonheimer, you are a saint, and I love you.
All right. Well, that concludes the Three Chooches podcast. Look out for more episodes to come.
Next podcast, we'll be having a guy with his name is Buddy.
Let's
Yeah.
go,
Hopefully.
Buddy's
We're
such a
very
good guy.
excited for Buddy.
Buddy is
Buddy's
dope.
such a
And
good
I don't
guy.
even know him.
If you haven't listened to the first podcast, it'll be out by this point. But listen to that one first if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
It's just the Three Chooches and Josh on the phone. So that's.
Unless I can be here in person again.
And
Yeah.
Taco Mac, hire me, sponsor this podcast.
Taco
we
Mac,
love you.
thank you for everything.
We
do.
love you, Taco
Yeah,
Mac.
honestly, if there's any one takeaway you can take from this podcast is go to Taco Mac. Like,
I
get
mean,
up,
honestly.
go.
Taco Back if you're
If
listening.
they don't
right
have
now,
them in your area, I'm sorry.
Taco Back if you're listening right now, combine the fries to the wings again. I know you would lose money from that, but it would make us all so happy.
I forgot a miscellaneous factor, bro.
What was it?
It's
It was the arcade machines. Big Bucks Hunter.
Add another point one.
Okay, point one. Now it's a
9.85.
9.85.
9.85.
it deserves it.
No,
It
that is
deserves
good.
it, honestly.
Yeah.
Well-
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Keep a lookout for more podcasts to come. Thank you, and
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Let's go.
See y'all chooches later.
Shoot you later.
Shoot you later.